In this session, we are going to discuss mathematical modeling of electrical systems. Any system study can be broadly classified into analysis and design. In analysis, we do the study of behavior of the system, whereas in design, we design a system based on the known behavior. For both this, we need mathematical models. And the mathematical models can be obtained by using the basic laws of nature. There are different types of system representations like differential equation representation, transfer function representation, and state model representation. In this course, we will be discussing the first two. As far as electrical systems are concerned, we will be using Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law, depending upon whether we are using a mesh analysis or a node analysis. Most of the systems occurring in nature are non-linear. Hence, in order to ease the study, we linearize the system. The linearization is done in a specified operating region. Hence, it is very important to keep in mind that a linear mathematical model is not the exact replica of the actual system. A few points regarding the transfer function. Let us consider a transfer function y of s by u of s equal to s plus 2 divided by s cubed plus 10s square plus 7s plus 15. For this transfer function, we can define three terms: order, zero and pole. Order of the system is given by the highest degree of the denominator polynomial. Hence, in this example, order is 3. Zeros are given by the roots of numerator polynomial. That is, solution of n of s, where n of s is the numerator polynomial, equal to 0 will give you the zeros. Similarly, poles are roots of denominator polynomial. That is, solution of d of s is equal to 0, where d of s is the denominator polynomial. Here I can represent n of s and d of s. In short, zeros make the transfer function 0 and poles make the transfer function infinity. Let us find the transfer function of this given circuit. Here, it is easy to replace the parallel combination of R1 and C1 by Z1 and the series combination of R2 and C2 by Z2. Let us assume that a current I of s is flowing. In the Laplace domain, I can write V1 of s is equal to I of s into Z1 of s plus I of s into Z2 of s, where Z1 of s is nothing but R1 into 1 by C1s by R1 plus 1 by C1s, and Z2 of s is equal to R2 plus 1 by C2s. The figure says the output is V2 of s, and that is nothing but I of s into Z2 of s. Simplifying, we get V2 of s by V1 of s as 1 plus R2 C2s into 1 plus R1 C1s, the whole divided by R1 R2 C1 C2 s square plus R1 C1 plus R2 C2 plus R1 C2 into s plus 1. It can be seen that the order of this transfer function is 2, because we have the highest degree of the denominator polynomial as 2. Here we can define the physical concept of order of the system. Order of the system is nothing but the number of independent charge storage elements. As far as this circuit is concerned, the number of independent charge storage elements is 2. That is, we have one capacitor here and another capacitor here. They are independent in the sense the current through the capacitor and voltage across the capacitors are totally different. So the order of the system is 2. Now let us consider another circuit. Here let us assume that we have a voltage V3. It should be noted that when you write the transfer function at the end, the transfer function should have only the terms associated with the elements of the circuit. The variables that are used for manipulating the circuit should not be present. We can write the equations as V1 of t is equal to I of t into R1 plus V3. V3 is equal to 1 by C1 integral I1 minus I2 into dt. I2 is equal to V3 minus V0, the difference in the potential divided by R2, and V0 1 by C2 integral I dt. I2 dt, which is can be written as I1. The equivalent Laplace transform of these equations can be V1 of s is equal to I1s into R1 plus V3. Here we have V3 of s is equal to 1 by C1s I1 of s minus I2 of s. I2 of s is equal to V3 of s minus V0 of s divided by R2. V0 of s is equal to 1 by C2s I2 of s. Wherever you have integral terms, in the s domain we replace it by 1 by s. In the final transfer function, it should be noted that the variables I1, I2 and V3 should not be present. We should have only the input, the output and the circuit elements. So simplifying, we get V0 of s by V1 of s is equal to 1 divided by R1 R2 C1 C2 s square plus R1 C1 plus R2 C2 plus R1 C2 into s plus 1. The order of the transfer function is 2 and that matches with the number of independent charge storage elements of the circuit. Thank you.